Should I transform back, or what's the most budget-friendly way to do it?
Every year, the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand. In 2025, the Fantastic Four will officially be joining the MCU. Their film will be a foundational stepping stone leading to 2026 and 2027's Avengers films. While more heroes can be expected to appear on screen in the next few years, and of course more villains as well, there are still dozens of characters from Marvel's comic book history who have yet to appear in the MCU. So far, the MCU hasn't gone too deep into the realm of robotics. One robot character who should definitely join the MCU is Machine Man. Created by Jack Kirby for a comic book spin-off of 2001, A Space Odyssey, Machine Man has outlived the 1977 comic book in which he was born. Created by scientist Abel Stack, Machine Man develops sentience and comes to terms with his place in the universe, choosing to become a superhero. If the MCU were to ever consider taking a back-to-basics approach, then Dazzler would be a great addition. Alison Blair first appeared in Uncanny X-Men number 130 in 1980, a crossover creation of Casablanca Records and Marvel Comics. With the power to convert sound and light into powerful beams of energy and strong ties to the world of music, Dazzler would thrive if taken seriously and if she were given a proper story scale to explore the depth of her character. With films like Captain America, The Winter Soldier, the MCU has shown that it can handle intriguing plots revolving around espionage, betrayal, and politics. A character like Karnak could thrive in exactly this type of storytelling. With the power to find a flaw in anything, Karnak is a power player whose skills could really thrive in an elaborate plot. In the MCU, heroes seem to get stronger and stronger, but it's time those who are masterful strategists get some time in the spotlight. The MCU has embraced comedy from time to time, but has yet to introduce a character like Squirrel Girl. Doreen Aline Green first hit the scene in 1991, offering a lighter alternative to the heavier crises occurring across Marvel's comic book universe. Doreen's power is that she can communicate with squirrels, which might seem odd, but her stories offer a fun approach that could reinvigorate interest in smaller-scale MCU stories. With a streak of humor that concerns balancing a life of heroics with being a student, Squirrel Girl is relatable, smart, and worthy of a big screen presence. Eventually, the X-Men will figure into the MCU. Even further, Magneto will appear, and the possibility of Scarlet Witch being his daughter will ultimately have to be broached. If the MCU chooses to go this route, it leaves the door open for Onslaught. The result of a power clash between Magneto and Scarlet Witch, Onslaught is one of those OP characters who would have to be justified through meticulous groundwork, but the whole affair would be worth it if it led to a character who is not just supremely powerful, but also tied to the older and newer versions of the MCU, and the character's rich lore. Whatever the MCU chooses to do with the Hellfire Club, it's important that Emma Frost be established within the universe. Appearing in X-Men First Class and portrayed by January Jones, Frost is a character who is far more interesting than the on-screen character. In the MCU, Emma Frost could be a telepath to rival Charles Xavier. In the comics, Emma Frost has appeared in countless narratives, and sometimes as one of the good guys, and this great character could be explored in the MCU. The Phalanx are probably as close to the Borg from Star Trek as the MCU could ever go without a full-blown crossover. The Phalanx are an artificial intelligence bent on universe-wide assimilation. Because of the MCU's propensity for going galactic, it would be great to eventually work toward a narrative covering the Phalanx and their mysteriously evil deeds. As not just one character, but a more holistic threat, the Phalanx could provide an occasion for more elaborate world-building, and a way to present more sci-fi themes into the universe that rarely delves into just why so many advanced technologies exist. With Deadpool and Wolverine hitting theaters, fans were treated to, spoiler, Channing Tatum as Gambit, a long-rumored and fan-favorite casting choice that sadly might not continue into the future. However, should the MCU embrace the fans' love for Remy LeBeau, then a movie focusing on his time with the Marauders would be the adventure of a lifetime. A story focusing on the Marauders as a whole could establish one of the X-Men's greatest villains, also offering fans build-ups toward the Mutant Massacre and Dawn of X. Powerful stories that should be seen on screen. Are there any characters you're eager to see join the MCU in the future? Thanks for watching CBR. See you next time.